I hope y'all are having a great day, and today I'll be doing the Emoji Book Tag. The Emoji Book Tag was created by a group of really awesome, really great, really crazy booktubers, and let's see if I can name them all. There are quite a few of them. I think there are 7. There's Vilda from V for Vilda, and she's the one who tagged me, so thank you, Vilda. There's Jenny from Jellify, Sana from Inkbones Books, Liz from Liz Loves Literature, Max from Well Done Books, Dylan from Dylan Books, and Scott from Scott Plays. So in a miraculous coincidence, those 7 booktubers all had this dream about a fortnight ago. They had this dream, and from that dream spawned this Emoji Book Tag. Oh, that crazy heist crew. I will leave all of their links down below, so check them out because I love all of their videos, all of their channels. And basically the Emoji Book Tag, for those who don't know, is when you have 5 emojis. Usually they choose their 5 most recently used emojis or their 5 most frequently used emojis, but you can choose whatever, and you match each of those emojis with a book. I think the emoji that I most frequently use is the crying emoji. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's the all the feels emoji or the crying rivers emoji. I use that probably every single day of my life, especially when I'm talking to my friends, because usually our conversations revolve around how much homework we have and how much we try to avoid it. I'll be matching this emoji with a book that made me cry a lot. Can you guess what book I'm gonna choose? The book I chose to match the crying face emoji is Allegiant by Veronica Roth, also known as the final book in the Divergent trilogy, also known as the book that completely wrecked my soul. Will there ever be a day that I can go back to those chapters and not break down? Probably not. This book is so well represented by the crying rivers emoji, so that is why I chose Allegiant. The next emoji that I frequently use is the princess emoji, the Princess Peach emoji, and I use this emoji often with one of my friends because she is practically the human version of this emoji. She is blonde and gorgeous and flawless, and it's just, she's practically a queen. So for this emoji, I'm going to be choosing a character that I think is flawless and blonde and beautiful. I chose Annabeth Chase from the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and also from the Heroes of Olympus series. I chose Annabeth because she's blonde and beautiful and flawless. I love her. And actually, in The Lightning Thief, when Percy wakes up in the big house and he sees Annabeth for the first time, he describes her as having princessy curls. So that works perfectly. I think Annabeth is the closest equivalent to my take on the princess emoji. My next most frequently used emoji is probably the sassy hand lady. I love the sassy hand lady. I use her at every opportune moment. Like, I use her when I've done something productive, when I've said something sassy, or just in any kind of case. Like, I have ice cream, sassy hand lady. Just finished physics homework, sassy hand lady. She is asterisk flawless. I'm choosing a character that I think is like the equivalent of the sassy hand lady in the amount of sass that this character possesses. I'm choosing Kenji from the Shatter Me trilogy, and granted I've only read the first 2 books, but 2 books is enough to tell that Kenji is one sassy mofo, and he doesn't take crap from anyone, and I love him for that. He's just hilarious and snarky and sassy. I think he's such a good fit for the sassy hand lady. My next frequently used emoji is the smiley face, the one that's blushing and has little squinty eyes. It's adorable. You know the one. You know the one. I use this emoji a lot when I'm reading a book and something cute just happened and I want to tell someone about it. I'll say what happened and then I'll use like a billion of those blushing faces. And I'll be like, oh, that was so cute! There are 1,000,001 books that I could relate to this blushing emoji. And if I hadn't read this book recently, I would probably choose Anna and the French Kiss instead, because that book always puts a smile on my face. But because I've recently read this book and I can't stop thinking about it and I love it and it's now one of my favorite contemporaries, I'm choosing Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Just throughout reading this book, I felt so good. It makes you feel so good. It makes you smile and it makes you laugh, and it's just heartwarming, and you can be blushing like that little emoji, and it's wonderful. And finally, for my 5th emoji, I'm choosing the celebration emoji. It's the party emoji. I use this all the freaking time. I use it when I say happy birthday. I use it when a book has been released. So for the celebration emoji, I'm choosing a book whose release I was so pumped up for. Like, I could not wait for the release of this book. I would sell my soul for the release of this book. and that book is Webster's Dictionary, and that book is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I was so pumped for this book, you don't even understand. Like, I think I held a week-long countdown on my blog, and I was like giving away copies of this series because I was so excited for the release of this book. Like, I was crazy for this book, you don't understand. I pre-ordered a physical copy and I pre-ordered it on my Nook, and on release day I went to Barnes & Noble and I got a copy of it, so like within 3 days I already accumulated like 3 copies of this book because I was so excited. And that is it for the Emoji Book Tag. 40% of the books that I chose were Divergent related. Does this surprise you? It shouldn't. Thanks again to Vilda for tagging me, and congratulations to all the creators of this tag. And now it's my turn to tag some of you guys, so I will be tagging Rachel from Evil Clementine, Maddie/Gabby from Two Book Teens, Allison from The Book Gossiper. I feel like I always tag the same people. To spice things up, I want to tag Priscilla from The Readables as well, because I love Priscilla, and I feel like she could do so much with this tag, considering she's fantastic at graphic art and including it in her videos. I'm sure she could make it wonderful. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and happy reading. Goodbye! And I chose Annabeth Chase from the... Why are there so many books? Huh? Just kidding, I want more. I didn't plan this out, so now I have to look at the emojis and see which ones I recently used. I don't know what book to choose. I just spent like 3 minutes looking at my shelves and I seriously can't find a book that properly suits the celebration emoji. Just murdered your family, sassy hand lady.